Hey guys, I felt today that nature is a beautiful thing, but people have taken cues to build their own amazing structures. But animals are amazing builders in their own, right? Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Hiram ki Patshala. And today you will understand and know about the amazing architecture in nature. The Vogelkop bowerbird nest. The Vogelkop bowerbird has the ability to build a pretty impressive home for itself. Part of the bird's name bower comes from the hut-like structure they build. The front entrance, think of it as a lawn of which it adorns with leaves, flowers and shiny beetle body parts. The hut is typically just over 3 feet tall and 5 feet across. Male birds are especially steadfast in maintaining a pristine front yard when its mating season in an effort to outdo their competition. Beehives. Bees are incredible industrious insects with unparalleled building ability. Just see their hives. In fact, Thomas Hales, an American mathematician, wrote a proof showing that beehives are the most efficient structures in nature. The equation is called the honeycomb conjecture and states the regular hexagons provide the last perimeter way to enclose infinitely many unit areas in the plane. Basically, bees have figured out the best way to separate the surface of the hives in equal parts all around using the possible total perimeter for reaching 100% efficiency in design. Ant colony. Ants rank with beavers as some of the best known architects of the animal world. Ants build the elaborate colony structure by hollowing out the area with the mandibles grain by grain. Unless the soil dries out dramatically, the chambers will keep their form. But how ants manage to construct such well-planned underground structures remains a mystery. According to an expert, Walter Schinkel of Florida State University, they do this without a blueprint, without a leader, and in total darkness. Schinkel says, to get a glimpse of an elaborate system of passageway that ant builds. Schinkel make casts of ant colonies pouring molten metal, paraffin wax or orthodontic plaster into the hollows of and then excavating the result. You can see that there is a structure in relation to depth. Schinkel says, observing that the ant colonies have most of their chambers closest to the surface, with smaller, more spaced out chambers farther away. To do that, the ants have to know where they are in relation to the surface. He says, how they do it remains unknown, but Schinkel hypothesis is that ants can gauge depth by sensing the carbon dioxide content in the soil. Sociable weaver nest. The sociable weaver builds a nest that looks from a distance like a giant haystack that's fallen into a tree. But these African birds are expert architects, using a variety of different materials to create their preferred foundation, a utility pole or a tree with high branches. Instead of drywall, they gather dry grasses to form the boundaries of an individual room and line each chamber of the nest with softer grasses and fibers. There can be hundreds of nesting chambers in the larger nest structures, enough to accommodate the entire colony of birds. The largest nests are home to up to 400 birds. Sociable weavers are install a security system, sharp straw spikes in line each entrance to keep away predators. They need them. Other birds, including birds of prey, will take advantage of the sociable weaver's building skills. and construct their nests on top of the structures. Montezuma or pendola nests. The birds known as Montezuma or pendolo are built elaborate hanging nests in trees in Central America. They use vines to weave the pendulous baskets, grouping the nests together into colonies to anchor the nests with the strongest vines, adding other vines and fibers bit by bit until the nests are completed. These tropical subdivisions are often located in large, isolated trees with the nests hanging from the flimsy far end of the branches that discourage raiding monkeys from trying to climb out to devour the precious eggs. Montezuma or pendolas also have another way to keep predators at bay. They like to build in trees where hornets live. Cathedral termite mounds. Termites are master builders. Their iconic mounds can reach 10 feet or more in height. In fact, the one picture is approximately 16 feet tall, constructed from the chewed remnants of wood, trees, mud, and feces. These animal skyscrapers provide all sorts of creature comforts for the termite colony. Excellent air circulation allows for the mound to keep the air conditioned. Water collects as condensation, and some colonies maintain gardens of fungi within the mound. Fantastical, right? Rufous hornero nest. Most birds' nests are airy structure made of twigs, but not this one. The rufous horneo, a South American bird, builds unusual earthen nests in trees. It collects mud and dung to create a bowl high atop tree limbs. The sun bakes the nest to create a hardened shelter where the birds can lay their eggs. The nest is oriented to face away from the prevailing winds too, creating a refuge from the weather. Prairie dog towns. Prairie dogs excavate their homes, digging burrows out of the ground because prairie dogs live primarily in the Great Plains of North America, which has extreme variations in weather from season to season. Their homes are built to withstand extreme temperatures, floods, and fires. Chambers located at different depths in the soil serve different purposes. The nursery, for example, is located deep in the soil where the temperature is more stable and young prairie dogs are better protected from predators. In addition, there are chambers close to the surface where adult prairie dogs can shelter from passing predators, and other chambers for storing food or listening for predators. Prairie dog burrows are grouped into towns covering many acres with 5 to 35 dogs per acre. But before people moved into prairie dog territory, prairie dog towns were enormous. One town discovered in Texas in 1900 covered 25,000 square miles and was home to an estimated 400 million prairie dogs. Magnificent leaf-curling spider web. Lots of spider makes webs, of course, but the Australian leaf-curling spiders use recycled material to build and addition its home. It chooses a nice dead leaf and lines the leaf with silk. Curling to it forms a cozy retreat that closes at the top and open at the bottom. Those spiders hang their creation in the center of a web and shelter there as they wait for passing prey. When reproducing, the female builds another curled leaf to be her nursery, which she hangs at some distance from the web, nestled in nearby foliage. In some cases, these spiders have been known to use discarded scraps of paper or other lightweight material to create their shelters. Go green! Leaf calling spider webs. Go green! Last but not the least, beaver dams. Yes, beavers are perhaps the most famous animal architects, and rightfully so. They fell huge trees to create dams which they built to create still ponds where they can construct their winter homes or lodges. However, what you might not know is that these mammals, in addition to being expert woodworkers, are also skilled at weatherproofing. Wow! Each year they prepare for winter by covering their lodge with a fresh coat of mud, which hardens to create a barrier against the cold and predators. This is a message for you. I've explained that animals are building their homes by the basic ingredients of nature, like wood, mud, etc. You can also do that. Share your ideas and your projects in this email ID. And one more message for you. Like, share, comment your favorite architect in nature. Subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell. Bye everyone.